Right now, it's tax time, and I'm seeing a lot of new trucking business owners getting jammed up because they don't understand how all of these different taxes work. So, I'm going to break it down so that you can understand and hopefully avoid these same problems yourself.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Scratch with David McGill.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trucking from Scratch with me, David McGill. And in today's video, I'm going to break down the 5 tax types that are very important to your trucking business. Now, I know taxes might not be one of the most exciting aspects, but when it comes to running your trucking business, taxes are going to be one of the most important aspects of running that business. Not having your taxes handled properly could result in not only penalties and fines, but it could also risk getting your whole business shut down. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the 5 tax types that affect your trucking business. Now, number 1 is the one that we're most familiar with, and that's income tax. Now, when it comes to income taxes, we pay taxes on the net income that we generate. So when it comes to a trucking business, we calculate that number by taking our revenue minus our expenses, and we're left with what the profit was in the business. And that is the number that we pay income taxes on. Now, we pay income taxes at the federal level through the IRS, and most likely you live in a state where you'll pay state income taxes as well, unless you live in one of the states that don't have state income taxes, like California, Florida, Texas, just to name a few. Now, number 2 is payroll tax. Now, if you are a trucking business that employs W-2 employees, then as an employer, you're responsible for paying taxes on the wages that you pay to your employees. And that percentage is about 7.65%. So let's say, for example, you pay $100,000 in total wages to your W-2 employees. Then as an employer, you're responsible for paying $7,650 to the IRS. Number 3 is fuel tax. Now, we pay fuel taxes at the pump when we're purchasing our fuel, and every quarter when we file our IFTA tax returns, depending on what states we purchase fuel versus which states we actually drove miles in. Number 4 is highway use tax. Now, at the federal level, we pay a one-time annual tax to the IRS. It's known as the 2290, just for using the highways in our big trucks. So at the federal level, we pay the 2290s. Now, at the state level, depending on which states you're operating in, you may be subject to additional highway use taxes by the state. Now, I previously did a video on what states and permits you needed, depending on where you were operating your trucking business. And that video is somewhere around here on the channel. You can find it. Actually, there it is right there. There's a link to it right there to that video. And I know that was corny. Number 5. Number 5 is sales tax. Now, as a trucking business, you may end up paying taxes on parts and equipment, trucks and trailers and things like that. So, just depending on, what state you're in and what the state sales tax rate is is going to dictate how much you're going to pay in sales tax. For example, here in Indiana, the state sales tax rate is 7%. So for every $100 you spend in Indiana, you're going to pay another $7 in state sales tax. Now, one caveat to that is if you operate out of a state where trucking companies are sales tax exempt, to find out if your state allows that sales tax exemption status for trucking companies, just do a quick Google search. Here in Indiana, we are actually sales tax exempt as trucking business companies, as trucking businesses. So all we have to do is fill out the ST 105, which is the sales tax exemption form, and present that to any companies that you're doing business with, where you're going to be paying sales tax. For example, in the trucking business, if you're getting a repair done on your truck, and it's going to require parts and labor. Well, if you look at your itemized invoice, you'll most likely see that you're paying sales tax on that part unless you supply that vendor with your sales tax exemption form or the ST 105. Now, if you're an established trucking business and you're looking for an accounting firm with experience specifically in the trucking industry, and you're interested in working with me and my team, then check out the link in the description below for more information. Now, I don't know if this is considered a sponsored video since it's my company, but just to play it safe with the FTC, I'll just say that today's video is sponsored by my company, TFS Financial Services. Now, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section. Also, if there's anything you want to add, leave that in the comment section as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you know anybody else who could benefit from this information, make sure you share this video with them. And as always, thanks again for watching.